It's time to plan the holiday road trip. According to AAA, Dallas is a top 10 destination here in the United States, and they predict this Thanksgiving travel will look a lot different than last year. In fact, 53 million people are expected to travel overall across the United States, and of these people, 48 million are expected to drive. And that trip to Grandma's house this year, it's going to cost you more. Ariel, we're seeing record high gas prices. They were so much cheaper this time last year.
They were so much cheaper this time last year. And before the show started, I kind of quizzed you a little bit.
Yes.
I asked you how much you thought gas was this time last year.
And I said $1.98 was it I said?
Yeah, you were super close. 180.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Now things have changed, right? Thanksgiving this year, totally different. But I can confirm gas prices no longer 180. They're much higher now. And so let's actually take a closer look. This is the AAA map here. I'm going to use my mouse and kind of hover over the counties. So Collin County you see here. I'll move over to Denton and then down to Tarrant. So you see gas is a little over $3 a gallon. Over in Dallas County, that's a little more expensive, $3.12. Again, this is the AAA map that I'm looking at. So, of course, if you're heading to Grandma's house somewhere in Texas, it is going to cost you just a little bit more. But what if you're heading out of state for the holidays? So let's switch my map here. Look at the country map here for AAA. Now, the states that are in blue, those are the ones that have the cheapest gas that we're seeing. Texas is in blue, a little over $3. But if you're heading west, if you've got family out in California, look at this. Yikes! $4.68 a gallon in California, Nevada almost $4, Arizona over here $3.69. So, whew, that is going to cost you a pretty penny. What is causing all these high gas prices, though?
Crude oil prices. Crude oil prices are over $80 a barrel right now. And again, you know, the world is recovering from the pandemic. It's waking back up, and consumption and demand for crude oil and the products that come from crude oil are on the rise.
And any tips for drivers?
So some really easy tips that drivers can do is just make sure your vehicle is well maintained, especially your tires and your engine. Underinflated tires are not only dangerous, but of course they can also lead to lower fuel efficiency. And if your engine's having to work harder because it's not being maintained, that's just going to cause you to consume more gasoline.
All right, so some good tips there, but where can you find cheap gas right here in North Texas? That's what I asked on Twitter. Thanks to everybody who tweeted at me here. Here's a viewer that says that Buc-ee's in Denton, $2.95, so that's not bad. Go to the next one. This is Philip. He says that he just saw $2.97 at the QT at Galloway and 30 in Mesquite. That's pretty good. How about this one? Blake says Racetrack 303 in Louisville. And then Monique here. I go to Sam's Club. Got cheap gas there. Now, a lot of people tweeted at me, said they use gasbuddy.com. So if you have more interest in using that, I put more details over on our website, WFA.com, Izzy.
Yeah, I tried gassing up at Costco a couple days ago, Ariel, and the lines were way too long. So,
oh, yeah.
Off to Exxon I went. So if you plan to rent a car, experts say do it now if you haven't already, and be prepared to pay more. The average price is up 66% overall from last year and up 75% from pre-pandemic days. The average daily rate is close to $100 per day. The reason? Cars are still in short supply.